Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Wim Liu. I'm joined by co-host Alex Wong. We are going to live from the University of Calgary, which I got to say, a huge thank you to the staff here, but especially Lance for hooking us up with not only a crazy jersey that you'll see with Alex later on with the Dinos gear, which, by the way, Haley Wickenheiser once wore that hockey jersey, so you might have to get it personalized. But no, Lance has set us up here in the student lounge, and we're reacting to an open practice that only people in the building were able to see. So obviously, if you weren't in Calgary tonight, you're going to have to maybe imagine it. We got a couple clips for you to show you. But first and foremost, Alex Wong, the excitement level that you're feeling right now.
Yeah, excitement level was on another level, and like you mentioned, listen, this open practice, the scrimmage was not broadcast anywhere, so this is kind of like, in like 50 years they'll be talking about this game similar to how we talk about the Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, you just have to
100-point game. You gotta believe me when I tell you that Grady Dick went 1 of 19 from the field in the first half.
Well,
and he was taking every shot that was available. You have to believe me.
Yeah, as an intrepid reporter, I do have the box score. Well, I can't necessarily speak to the accuracy of the box score, but. No, I mean, it's never not like it's never lost on me how funny it is to just like talk about a game that no one else has seen. But I actually, even before talking about the game itself, which obviously was between the Raptors, it's an intra-squad game. I got handed to Calgary, the University of Calgary, the city of Calgary, like
Cowtown showed up, man.
Yo, like the capacity in that gym at Jackson's gym is like a little over 3,000, about 3,100, and it was just like packed. Like literally, the first person to start lining up. The game was at like 6:30. The first one to start lining up was at 12.
Yeah, and when we walked in, probably got here close to like 5:30.
Yeah.
6, and there was just massive, not just one lineup.
Yeah.
Circling around the university. I think multiple entrances had lineups, and it was just an overflow.
Dude, it circled around the building.
Yeah.
Like, the entire thing. I couldn't even understand how they could fit that many people who were standing outside in the gym, but it made for like an incredible atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's like the fans were great. I think it's like pregame with the intros for the coaches and the players. Again, like you guys just have to take our word for it. Like Jim Sand was the coach who got the biggest ovation. In terms of players, Scotty definitely coming out last was huge ovation, but also for BI as well, RJ of course. And one of funny wrinkle too, like we were driving here and we were like, wonder if Herbie Coon's gonna get flown in to maybe call the game.
They flew him out.
No, they piped him in, man.
Yeah.
Didn't they pipe him in? He wasn't.
Was
he here?
He was there.
Oh
I shook hands with her.
What
kind of reporter are you?
Okay,
man?
you're gonna have to take one of our truths for it because I was under the impression that when they introduced all the guys. No, but listen to my theory though. So me thinking it was piped in because they were announcing every single player.
Yeah.
Every single player comes out, waves to the fans, throws a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I thought it was piped in because it was pre-recorded because they made Ulrich Chomche come out at a specific spot even though he wasn't playing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to announce everybody who comes out.
But you can confirm Herbie's body, soul, and spirit was in Calgary tonight.
I shook hands with the guy. We talked about it. I told him great job.
Okay, fine. So Herbie was flown in.
Yeah. And by the way,
so he's part of the flown in club.
By the way, before we even talk about the game, I know this always gets brought up, and someone actually brought this question up. So someone asked, is video of this available somewhere? Obviously, there's part of this game that's taped. So I'll tell you this. First off, the point of the open practice is to sort of create an exclusive event that's like, it's really unique, right? Last year was in Montreal. This year it's in Calgary. It's a low-cost event. People can come in, and a lot of alumni got tickets to just come in. And I think they want to kind of preserve that atmosphere and sort of that exclusivity. So generally speaking, it's not published. I know for the media side, we were allowed to shoot footage in the first quarter for B-roll. And then after that, live stream was live streaming in general was just extremely prohibited in this kind of game. So of course we have some clips for you. We have some footage. I'm sure there will be a little bit elsewhere as well. Open Gyms have in the building. The coaches tape it all, but I'm sure the coaches aren't.
This is somehow the most exclusive game.
No, but
ever.
You just have to make your way. If the Raptors are in your city for open practice in the future, try to make it out there as much as possible because not only is it a great time and not only is it really affordable, but you'll be one of the only 3,000 people who were able to see it. So
No, but we should let people know.
I got
too.
you a box score on some video.
We have a box score.
Okay.
We got some video coming, and I think we got an early glimpse too because before the Raptors actually got into their scrimmage, they did some practice drills and things like that. And of course, the guys come out in their different jerseys and stuff. And we got to look at, we know what the first unit is going to be. We've talked about the starting lineup and stuff. And then what did you see? What did you see in terms of who's looking like that's going to be the second comprised of the second unit?
So obviously they're wearing different color jerseys, right? So second unit. Let me just pull up my tweet actually because it's been a long day.
Yeah, so second unit, we had Collin Murray-Boyles was there, I believe.
So, yeah, Jamal Shed, Grady Dick, Ochai Agbaji, Collin Murray-Boyles, and Mamukelashvili.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like his full name, even though it's Sandro Mamukelashvili.
Oh, yeah. But the scrimmage started, it was first and second unit, right? Or did they mix it up?
It was first unit with the
start.
third unit as a team, and then the second unit with the fourth unit as a team. The third unit was Chucky, Hepburn, Jacoby Walter, David Roddy, Jonathan Mobo, and Jamison Battle. And then I think the fourth unit is Elijah Martin, who actually banged knees at one point, left the game. Hopefully he's okay.
AJ Lawson, Olivier Sarr, David Roddy.
No, Roddy was
third unit.
Garrett Temple.
Yeah, Roden.
And Jared Roden. Right, that was the fourth unit. So first and third unit versus second and fourth unit.
So everybody load that into 2K, and as we do the play-by-play, I want a recreation of this open practice in 2K.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought they played each other decently. Like, the first half, in the first half, that's the rosters. For some reason, after halftime, they traded Scotty and IQ to the second unit.
Yeah, a little mix and match. Starters played with the bench guys, all this stuff.
Jamal and Collin played on the other side. It was kind of cool. But I gotta say, when they were playing the first half, like starters and bench, they were playing each other pretty
intense,
even.
Man. Intense,
it's very intense.
From a scale of like if 0's the All-Star game, like 10 is the NBA Finals. Like this was like a 7 to me, man. Like guys were getting after it. We saw a lot of physical play in the first half. I think at one point Jamal Shed drew a charge on like Brandon Ingram, guarding him full court. Scotty, was trying to swipe on CMB and then picked up a little left thumb injury, but he came back in the second half.
Right.
And Darko said after the game, like it's a non-issue, so everything's good. So, but very physical out there, very competitive. Out there.
We were even like because we were sitting in like the media box that was like behind one of the nets, so we're like directly looking at the action coming towards us, and there was like some like hard like contact. Like, guys were hitting the deck hard, like. But I think that's kind of like what. Darko's really spoken about all training camp is just how much these guys have gotten after it. This sort of just been how their practices have been. Again, you would like to see that they would avoid injuries first off because of the fact that you already have Alwar Shamshay who did not play in this game. He was taken to do more testing. We saw on day one of training camp when it was open, he had his hand in like a not a hard cast but like a wrist strap kind of thing, and has not played here tonight. We've seen Jakob Poeltl rocking a face mask at one point. I think Darko was asked about that. He's like, he just likes to look. Darko's like, man, you're not getting nothing from me, man.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
good.
Yeah, he's Rip Hamilton now. That's why he's wearing the mask.
It's good that it's injury free. Someone in the chat also asked like refs, fouls. Yes, there were 3 refs.
Yeah.
This was like they scrimmaged for 3 10-minute quarters. And Scotty was barking at the ref in the first half and ended up picking up a technical.
And you know what? I thought that was funny because I think for me the biggest takeaway was just how good Collin Murray-Boyles looked.
Yeah.
Because, the frustration that he caused on the defensive end for Scotty Barnes, I thought was really evident. I thought, first and foremost, like the way that Collin was playing was exactly the way we saw him play in college. Physical, he bumps guys, rebounds, he tips the ball. He doesn't really jump off the floor that much, but he's always bumping and it wasn't a lot of it was called, to be honest, but it like not to hyperbolize, but it does remind me a little bit of Draymond in the sense of like Draymond, even when he was like defensive player of the year level and he's still amazing, but he's not necessarily like jumping out the gym, blocking or anything like that. He's not using athleticism. It's a lot of just like know-how smarts and then just like the body and the size, and he's just like constantly like involved in the play. I thought the play that you were referencing here where Scotty picked up a technical foul complaining to the referee was actually because Collin had strapped him up defensively, like literally locked him up. There was a play where at the start of it, I think Scotty was trying to initiate, but he's at the top of the floor trying to create just like start the play, and Collin tips it away. So now Scotty needs to go back to half, retrieve the ball, come back, try to drive at him, give up the ball, get into the post. Then Collin I think drew an offensive foul on him because Scotty needed to sort of wrap around with the arm just to get some separation. And yeah, there was some genuine frustration. And then I think when we actually talked to RJ after the game, he's like, yeah, that's how the matches have been, man. Especially those two guys, Collin and Scotty, have been really going at each other. And honestly, if I had to be completely honest in terms of who played better tonight, Collin played easily outplayed Scotty for me.
Yeah, Collin was a huge standout, especially
He was great
in that first half playing with the second unit. I think, watching Brandon too, watching that starting lineup for really the first time here in a scrimmage setting. I think we were talking about even in warm-ups too. Like, Brandon, when he gets the ball, he's going to shoot. Like, they were just running offensive sets, like, with the 5-man units and stuff. And every time the ball landed in Brandon's hands, like, he was going to let it go.
Hey, he knows the assignment, man.
He knows the assignment, and he had a couple of tough buckets. There in the game, there was like one noteworthy one, I think, over Ochai. That was really nice, getting to that little mid-range, rising up, and
there's a lot of oohs and ahs coming from
lots of oohs and ahs. It's we've been starving, man. Like we have been starving for just a bucket getter like this, just a smooth player on the offensive end you can get the ball to. And I'm very excited about Brandon Ingram. I've got him as a top 10 MVP candidate this year.
Hey, man, honestly, based on this game none of you guys watched, you could believe anything. I don't know who's sicker, us doing a post game of this game that no one watched, or
this
you
must
guys
be so
listening.
fun for people that they don't get to watch the game.
People are just imagining this, like, oh, really? You did that? No, I mean, it honestly reminds me of, like, obviously, the two of us used to work, I was at Sportsnet 590 The Fan, and like, one of the main reasons I wanted to work there was, like, as a kid, I just remember, like, being I guess like sent to bed, or like we didn't have cable or something, but I had like a portable radio and I used to listen to Jonesy on the radio call games. He'd be like, yo, cold, like the other side of the pillow. And I remember distinctly like being so hyped because I was like probably 10 or 9. It stayed up till like midnight and I heard the call of TJ Ford's game winner against the Clippers. Actually, if you guys are some OG fans, look that one up.
Wow.
But like there was actually a part of my life where I was just like vividly imagining basketball. And only occasionally seeing basketball. So that was actually kind of like the situation here.
But
the box score.
Yeah, we do have the box score
when we talk about this. Yeah.
We do have the box score here. Do we need to zoom in for the listeners?
How do I zoom in?
It's looking like an abacus right now.
Okay, Jerome's gonna take care of this. Hold on.
So I want to start. We're gonna flash the box score in a second, but I do. People think we're just here to like make up anything about this game. You will see in the box score that Grady Dick was 3 of 10. It felt like 1 of 19. He was getting. Grady was looking for his own shot, every single type of shot, mid-range, at the basket, threes.
Grady was shooting every time, man.
But that's the thing. I think that's one of the big questions coming into this season. It's like, is Grady going to actually live up to the reputation of being an elite three-point shooter?
Well, it was interesting watching Grady because obviously he's playing with the second unit, right? And that should be no surprise to anybody. But the way that he was aggressive in hunting his shots in the second unit kind of reminded me of at the start of last season for the Raptors when Scotty got hurt early, IQ got hurt early, so it was like RJ and Jakob and Grady. Like, you remember how many plays were for Grady? Like sideline out of bounds plays, baseline out of bounds plays. Grady coming off of dribble handoffs and attacking closeouts and just like being aggressive. He shot a lot of mid-range shots in that range too and tried a lot of acrobatic finishes. That's what it looked like today. It looked like to me like a player with ultimate confidence. Here's an enhanced version of the box score. I believe this is for the starters. So we have Brandon Ingram with 14 points on 5 of 10 shooting. Scotty Barnes a 3 of 6 shooting for 6 points. No assists. This is not an accurate box score. I remember vividly 2 assists for him. Quickly went 3 of 3 for 11 points. RJ 15 points to lead the starters. 5 of 10 shooting. Jakob 4 of 7 with 9 points. Jonathan Mobo 2 points on 1 dunk. 12 points for Jacoby Walter, who I thought played in the third unit, but actually looked pretty comfortable to me. I thought he looked really good out there.
I think Jacoby, made some rebounds. He fought for rebounds, made some nice plays. Yeah. I've got him on my Raptors breakout player list.
Right. Also, does this say how many fouls? 4 fouls for Jakob. RJ drew 6 fouls. Yeah, that sounds about right. Honestly. All right. By the way, RJ shooting 4 or 5 from the free throw line. That's great.
Damn.
Yeah. Jamal had a really quiet game. I mean, we'll talk about all these guys, but I'm happy that we got to see this. Let's see for the second unit. Yeah, Grady Dick, we talked about. He shot a lot of shots. At one point, he was the leading scorer with 11 through the first quarter, but he cooled off at that point. He had 13 points on 3 of 10 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Again, he was just ultra aggressive, used a ton of possessions. But CMB 10 points, man, 4 of 7 shooting, hit the 3, which I was actually interesting watching the warm ups for Collin. The 3, like, it's not bad.
No.
Because guys aren't going to guard him out there. So
Yeah.
it's just about whether or not you can make him and if there's range. And I don't know. I mean, was he any more inconsistent than, let's say, Scotty, for example?
No, I mean, I think we saw Scotty struggle from 3 today. I mean, we've seen him struggle when the volume goes up too, right?
Sure. And it's not like that high of a bar, but I thought it's not like this guy's like he can't ever shoot the 3. It's not going to be like when like Pascal was a rookie and he like never shot the 3.
I don't mind. I don't mind
Like,
Collin shooting the threes when he's out there and they're open.
Yeah,
like I think that's a good shot
Yeah.
for him. But yes, Collin was definite standout today. Who else came
Well,
through?
I thought Sandro actually played really well.
Sandro
Mamukelashvili,
was he the leading scorer?
For the second unit, he had 16 points on 6 of 12 shooting, including 3 of 8 from 3. That's all in 17 minutes. First off, the fact that Sandro got up 8 threes in 17 minutes,
Yeah.
I like that because nothing worse than a stretch big that doesn't shoot the ball from 3. Remember
Yeah.
Aaron Baines when we had Aaron Baines? That
Yeah,
was supposed to be our original stretch
well,
big.
I was thinking about watching Sandro. I was like, this is the type of big that the Raptors probably wanted in Tampa and then for the following next few seasons in terms of just like a backup, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're dying for a starting center then too.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what Sandro can, because like you're not expecting that much from Sandro during the regular season, right? Maybe like a 15, 20-minute guy. Maybe some games he's not even going to play that much.
Right.
But I think to have Jakob and Sandro there as bigs, I think that's good. I think that's going to be good for the Raptors.
Yeah, and you know what? He's going to need a lot of help in the front court just because he's not actually that big. Like he's probably like 6'9".
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And so pairing him with Collin, I think is going to be really important.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when they played together as a group, they switched a lot for the second unit, which is probably going to be a deal. You probably want him to, he's not going to be a rim protector. You're not going to drop him back like Rudy Gobert because he's not going to block anybody's shot really, or really even stop anybody from needing to change their shot. But I thought offensively it was really smooth. You could put him in the corner, you could put him in actions at the top of the floor.
Yeah, smart player too, man.
Yeah,
he's a smart player.
He's a vet. I mean, I guess he's how old is he? Like he's probably like 25, 26 in that range. So like he should be kind of ready and stuff like that. But looked really comfortable to me. And I mean, I thought for the second unit it was really just interesting because it was basically Collin Murray-Boyles, Sandro Mamukelashvili. And Grady Dick was hot in the first quarter, cooled off from that point onward. But honestly, some pretty good defense from a lot of these other guys, coming in. By the way, does that say Scotty on the second unit here too?
Yeah, because they switched.
Oh, right, because they traded midway through the game.
This is like
add the 2 box scores together.
This is in 1967 when 2 guys plugged into a satellite to recap Will Chamberlain's 100.
This is how they got 100 for Will. They added the number. You had 50. He had 50.
There was no footage, man. How did they piece that together back in the day?
Brandon's on both teams too?
No, but listen, our general impressions are correct. I thought Ochai Agbaji played really well too.
Yeah.
With the second unit. I think we've talked about him as kind of a forgotten guy, and to be honest, like Joseph Cacharo, when we talked to him earlier this week on the pod, like he kind of put Ochai on the radar.
Yeah, it says Ochai was on minus 24. I
can't
trust that. I actually can't trust this box score.
But Ochai to me, like I like that energy that I think Ochai and Collin and even Jamal Shed at point guard are going to bring off the bench, right?
Right.
I think that's the defensive energy, and I think that's the shift, and that's how the guys are going to push some of these starters for closing minutes.
Right.
Like I think Collin, like I don't want to put too much expectations on him because as like number 9 pick,
I know.
first year, all of this stuff, but the defense plays, and like the defense is going to get him on the floor.
Right.
So I am kind of raising my expectations in terms of what we might get from Collin this season.
Well, here's the thing. I was talking to a member of the Raptors Brain Trust about Collin, what they've seen so far, what they liked about him, drafting him. And the comparison was kind of made to, it's a little similar to when the Raptors drafted Scotty, right? And that team, they already had Pascal, they already had OG, so it's like, where does Scotty really play with these guys? The shooting is obviously not necessarily a fit, but what we saw from rookie year Scotty was like the guy, first off, fit body-wise was ready. A lot of rookies need time to adjust. Like Grady needed time, Jacoby needed time. Like they were skinny, right? Like Scotty came in built like a man, and Collin Murray-Boyles right now built like a man. So first off, there's not necessarily a physicality gap, at least in terms of strength. Maybe endurance, we'll see. But again, like that part is already fine. And then the other part too is he had the versatility, Scotty did, and the IQ to just slot in wherever. One game needs to be a defender. One game needs to be a rebounder. One game needs to be a passer. Sometimes he needed to play point guard because Fred was hurt. Sometimes he needed to play center because like they didn't have Jakob at that time. So when Pascal was hurt, he was also kind of like their scoring 4. So he played a lot of roles, and that's why he was such a that's why he won Rookie of the Year, was because he had the physical tools to be ready. He had the smarts to already play at a high level. and he contributed to winning. And I think, the comparison was made with Collin was just like, first off, the defense is already going to get him on the floor, and they need him defensively, right? You can't just put Sandro out there with 4 shooters because, like, there's just not enough size, there's not enough defense, not enough grit, whatever, rebounding. So they need him defensively already for the second unit. And then the other part, too, is just like, okay, at that point, how do you make plays? I thought he did a good job. Like, didn't really dominate the ball, but like also didn't shy away from it. A lot of times he was like inbounding the ball, and there was a lot of full court pressure. So to relieve that, they would dump it back to Collin, and he would bring it up. Thought he did a decent job of that. Didn't get really pressured, didn't get too hustled. And then again, like him and Scotty were going back and forth with each other. It's like you're getting guarded by the best player on the team. Yeah. He still did a good job offensively, slipping open for rolls to the basket. He had an open 3. He was out in transition. And then, I just thought that, he had some good moments. I mean, this was I'll show some footage. This is actually from the first play of the game that we're watching here. The jump ball goes up. Why am I narrating this, man? So starters win it. IQ dumps it off to RJ at the top of the floor. There's an off-ball screen. Brandon on the wing gets a set of double screens there. Collin did a really good job already there, cutting them off. Now Jakob's trying to dribble from the three-point line. Boom. Collin reaches in, gets the steal, is on the fast break, sees Jakob's recovering, gets into the post, kicks it out. And just like, I just thought he was really comfortable. And this was kind of like what you saw from the whole game. By the way, Grady Dick gets it in the corner, misses it, gets the rebound, goes up, and scores the layup for the first basket of the game. Like, sorry, man. I guess I'm not getting the fucking play-by-play calls anytime soon.
To turn the Grady Dick step back 3 into like 1960s NBA, like grainy ass black and white color.
Yeah, this is as good as you guys are gonna see. I know we have actually a lot of other footage from the first quarter where we're allowed to shoot, but like, that was the first play of the game. I thought again, like you look at that play, Collin did a really good job cutting off Brandon, switching, and then switched on to Jakob. Or no, he stayed at the top of the floor. Jakob decided to drive in from the 3-point line for some. Yeah, that can't be a play, man.
Yeah.
Jakob putting on the deck from the 3.
Come on, yeah.
But then Collin reaching in and like that's what he did all game. And then I thought the play that really stood out to me too was in the second half. IQ had him on an island 1-on-1. So he did a good enough job giving the gap to like prevent the drive, but also stay close enough to contest the pull-up 3 if it was there. IQ tried to drive it on him. He did a good job of just like, walling it off. IQ gave it up to Grady, who popped out from the corner. Collin switches on to Grady. So he's basically in the same spot, but he switches on to Grady now. Then he presses up on Grady, takes away the 3, knowing that Grady doesn't have the kind of handle to sort of shake him the way IQ does. And then Grady ultimately had to pick up the ball and just throw it out. It's like, dude, he just made 2 guys give up the ball. Like, and those are 2 pretty skilled offensive guys.
Winning plays, man. Winning plays.
And getting the tech out of Scotty, like, I'm loving this from Collin.
Yeah,
man.
no,
like, this guy's not afraid of anything. Yeah, that's what Darko said about him after the game. He's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, big CMB fan. Like we talked about too with the first unit, like Brandon, I thought looked really comfortable. And again, it's like scrimmage and stuff, but it feels like the starters are building a good chemistry. It's interesting too seeing like Scotty not really being that dominant with the ball and like go through a lot of stretches on offense where he was playing more of a complementary role, crashing the boards, playing off ball and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to see the adjustment to that for Scotty, because I think getting that assignment of being the number 1 option and really just like letting him run with it like last season and stuff. This is going to be a bit of a transition for him. Not that I think it'll be difficult, because Scotty does play the all around game.
Right.
But it's gonna be a little different where he looks for his shots. Where's that 3-pointer? Like if that 3-pointer is still hovering just around 30%, like what does that look like on offense? So
yeah. Well, it was interesting because like, a lot of it, Scotty was not like, I guess nobody was really the point guard for the starters. Like, quickly took advantage, took control a little bit more. I thought as the game went on, but Brandon obviously got a lot of touches. RJ got to fill in a little bit. Scotty, I would say, caught the regular amount of touches that the other guys kind of got. So it was kind of like really egalitarian. I mean, it's not to say Scotty didn't get buckets. Like there was one player we got it on the baseline, caught it on the post, and then hit a turnaround jumper, which I thought was really smooth, really nice. That's one of the things that he really improved on last year was his touch from the mid range. So I think like there's ways where if he has a mismatch, like I thought like he had Grady Dick on him a couple times. It's like, okay, go to the hoop, play in transition. But like if I had to like tell you like, do I think Scotty's gonna score more than 20 this year per game? Probably not, especially based on this current setup. Having said that, though, I think he's still going to be a huge piece of what the team really needs, because now, especially the starting 5, if RJ can score, and by the way, RJ looks really refreshed. He's been one of, for me, like the brightest spots in all of training camp. But
he's been radiating, like in every interview.
Yeah, like he's
engaging with the fans on the court. Like he's having a great
jokes.
time.
Yeah.
He's having a great time.
But like I think for like if RJ can like get back to the efficiency that he showed the first season as a Raptor, if Ingram can come in, it takes a lot of the scoring load off of Scotty, and so Scotty again but he could do all the other stuff, connect guys. I thought he did a great job screening. Like we were even watching, they were just warming up at the start, like shooting threes. And Scotty was like practicing screening for guys.
Right. Yeah.
I mean? I was like, damn, I never see, because like all the threes were shooting threes together. So like Brandon, Scotty, like I guess wings, not threes, but like RJ, I think David Roddy was in that group, and like Scotty like shot a three and then went to screen for it.
Roddy, with the little mama appearance next to Jay-Z. Like, what are you doing here, man? But Scotty was setting a lot of screens and warm-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I mean, is it crazy to say that Scotty's going to be 4th in scoring on this team this season? Like Brandon, RJ, and Quick in whatever order. I assume Brandon's going to be the leading scorer.
I think Scotty just is going to lead the team in minutes.
Yeah,
so
but I'm not saying him being 4th in scoring on the team is bad.
Right.
Like you have 3 really good offensive weapons.
Right.
Let's just unleash Scotty as this all-around guy that he came in advertised as anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, he did do a really good job of that as a rookie, but I do think that he's made enough improvements across the board where I think he should. I mean, honestly, I'd be a little disappointed if he was a 4. I'm just
saying it's like the ball can be in his hands in those crunch time moments, but if he might be the facilitator, right? Like there's a lot of guys.
He's going to facilitate.
There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys starting with Brandon that you would want instead to get that bucket.
Right. Yeah, we'll take some of your questions. We're actually tracking some of those, but I know, Alex, you had a lot of takeaways.
Oh,
did you have some takeaways? Because those basically what my takeaways were.
Oh, that's all you had? Okay. Why don't we need to take a little break and then we can come back with those?
You know what? Let's take a short little break. Let's hear from our beloved sponsor, and then when we come back, we are going to answer some of your questions about this game that you all maybe saw, but maybe not.
This show is brought to you by Simply Spiked. Will, I know summer's over, but you are not done with Simply Spiked, are you?
No, absolutely. This is my preferred drink of choice, as you know.
What do you prefer? What is your favorite flavor? Is it the lemonade? Is it peach? Is it limeade?
Number 1 is actually the blueberry, which I tried looking around my house. I don't even have anymore.
Well, good to know. It's not even anything I listed there. Hello and welcome, fans. If you're not sure what flavor you want to get yourself a variety pack so you can try each flavor. It really is the ideal drink for any occasion, from hanging with your friends to catching this upcoming Toronto Raptors season. Nothing will get you feeling refreshed and ready for the season like Simply Spiked. Fall is approaching, but there's no need for pumpkin spice when you got Simply Spiked.
Oh, very good. But no.
Thank you. I know this is an ad, but Will, you really love your Simply Spiked.
Absolutely is not a joke. I'm not kidding.
Pick up Simply Spiked at your local liquor store for your next hangout. Must be legal drinking age. Celebrate responsibly.
All right, we're back. We actually have, before we even take your questions, we have footage of a Grady Dick 3 that he hit against Brandon Ingram. Might have been the nicest bucket of the game. Let's actually show the clip. Actually, play the audio too. Actually, because we got more of my commentary on there. Don't send this to Matt Devlin for the next interview. Oh, there's no sound on it? Oh, okay.
We can recreate it again.
Yeah.
Grady Dick.
All right, we'll play the clip once. Let's play it a second time. Here we go. Grady Dick on an island against Brandon Ingram. Crossover. Snatch back. Pull up 3 over Brandon. Brandon's like, you know what, man? I'm going to get you back. Puts his hand up. Calls for the ball. He's like, yo, give him the ball. Give him the ball. Mobo's like trying to feed him. No, Walter's trying to feed him. And then, of course, Grady jumps the pass and pokes it away and gets fouled the other way. Grady was hooping to start the game.
Woo! I don't know if he was hooping, man.
He was. What do you mean he was a hooping?
He had a nice step back there, but come on, man.
That's a nice.
Are those all the clips we're showing them?
Sure. No. Well, today that's all.
Okay.
I got to.
If you guys behave, we'll give you one more. It's like talking to a child.
Yo, I actually don't have anything else.
Right? Yeah. This is all we have.
We got you the box score. We got you a couple clips.
Yeah.
We got you the scrums. We got you the recap of this game.
Yep,
Like,
yep,
what
yep,
more do
yep,
you
yep,
want
yep.
from me? Speaking of which, you have more takeaways from this game before we get to the
Yeah,
question.
just a couple takeaways. I know training camp's a good time to talk about, players coming in like Brandon Ingram or rookies like CMB. But, with so much competition on this Raptors roster, I think one guy getting the squeeze is our guy, Jonathan Mobo.
Oh, man.
And I think it's, you look at the players that we've already talked about, broken down. I think it's going to be hard for Mobo to find consistent rotation minutes. I don't know. Maybe this might be like a 905 situation even. And yeah, it's just a body language doctor. Mobo was not having a good time at the scrimmage. No, you feel bad because I think, you see the roster situation.
You
and
see how good Collin's right away? I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I think maybe for me, honestly, at Summer League, I'm like, okay, Mobo played really well. Collin played, more sparsely, and sometimes honestly was really up and down. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's not a given that he's better than Mobo. I was like, nah. Watching this, I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So that's something to monitor if you have any Jonathan Mobo stock.
By the way, yeah, I'll just tell people. Yeah. So we were given the chance to interview Mobo, and then halfway
We
through,
don't need to talk about that. Anyways, so by the way, producer Jerome's let us know that now we have a Grady Dick clip with sound, but if you guys behave, we might play you that after 3 stars, okay? If you guys
Uncle
behave,
Alex.
okay?
Why are you teasing him?
So stay tuned for that. And then the other thing too, we've had a great, student journalist, local media from Calgary.
Hey, shout out to the Gauntlet, the student newspaper here in University of Calgary. Got a chance to meet a lot of them, and they are very, very promising, very, very talented. Saw them a lot in the scrums this week, taking photos this week, and just super enthusiastic. And honestly, reminded me of just how much I love this sort of journalism. Just loves especially just covering live events. And my career started at a student newspaper at the Silhouette in McMaster, and it just gave me so much joy to sort of give something back to these guys in any way possible. Really, it was actually great talking to the kids here. Yeah,
and a lot of them, of course, this week, asking questions to the players and coaches with the angle of being the Raptors in Calgary.
Yeah,
and City News, the local City News was here as well, and RJ after the game, after the scrimmage, was asked about whether he's been able to show Brandon Ingram a little bit of just Calgary and Canada, and RJ was basically like, yeah, try to let them know that the country's here for us. So confirmed.
I showed them the ice machine.
Yeah, and we know that there's some open gym footage of the Raptors visiting Banff. Yesterday, and we know if you go through the footage, you'll be able to tell which players were potentially there or not. And I think it's confirmed that Brandon Ingram has not left the hotel room this week.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram, man. I mean, listen, it might be
he's a hooper super, man.
He does nothing but hoop.
He's a hooper. So no Lake Louise for Brandon Ingram, but if he's a top 10 MVP candidate, he can live at the Shangri-La for all I care.
I don't care what Brandon Ingram does, outside of the court of basketball. It doesn't even concern me.
No.
By the way, if you want footage of Lake Louise, here we go. This
is Will skipping rocks. That was a great skip, man.
Hey. Call me Skip Bayless, man.
That was a great
skip. Let's run that again.
That was a great skip, man.
Hey, by the way, Lake Louise obviously must visit. Breaking news, come visit one of the most popular places in Canada.
No, listen, man, Calgary's treated us really well this week, man. Had a great time. Shouts to Caesar's Steakhouse. That's a must go as well, man.
Caesar's Steakhouse was beautiful.
Yeah, Missy's, went to a bar called Missy's. That was really nice,
Yeah,
similar to Bowie on Ossington if you want to feel that vibe without having to line up.
Yeah, honestly, it was great not to line up and actually just get in there.
Yeah, but yeah, take
what else? Pigeonhole?
Yeah, Pigeonhole is an incredible meal. Alumni
bar.
sandwich on 17th.
Alumni.
Yeah, the Bami sandwich place. We're still trying to get the name of. I believe it's Kim Ah. But just look up From Another Vintage, and it's right next. Right next door to that.
Yeah.
What else? I think that was it for me. Oh, and the other takeaway too is we ran into a lot of hello and welcome listeners.
Yes. Oh my god.
And
so many.
I think before the game we were kind of looking down from where we were sitting, and one of the listeners was like, "Yo, Alex, I just applied for a job at Ernst & Young, man. Pray for me."
Yeah.
So prayers up there, and I think Jerome spotted a hello and welcome trucker hat in the crowd, and I know you were doing a little mingling with people,
way,
right?
I actually have footage. I mean, again, I don't have time to edit it right now, but there's footage of the fans waving back. I'm legit waving it. People were spotting us. It was great. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I went upstairs to get a panoramic view of the whole situation.
Yeah.
But also, I'm I know there's people up there.
Yeah, a little informal meet and greet.
There was I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but there's a really nice guy who actually gave us an invitation to come to his run on Sunday. We're not here on Sunday. We're leaving tomorrow Saturday. But yeah, there's 2 kids there, and they were like really young, and they were like, "Oh, it's Will! Like, let's get his
That's
signature."
incredible, man.
I'm like, damn! Like, my autograph.
So what did you sign?
I signed "Hello and Welcome, William."
Like on a hat or
on a hat?
on a hat. That's incredible,
Where do
man.
you sign on a hat? Are you supposed to? I sign on a bill, I guess.
I guess if the brim is white, you can do it.
Kim?
Yeah, see. So the restaurant Jerome has pulled up is Kim Ang ANH.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vietnamese submarine.
We got this twice.
Yeah,
this twice.
I mean, I'm
Clown Burgers, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna be straight up. You know, the bummies I get in Toronto are $5 on Spadina. This one will run you about 18, but you have to.
It's not 18, bro. It's because you're buying drinks. You're tipping 20%. You're
tipping at least 20%.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So no, but this is it's a luxury experience on 17th, and everybody in Calgary should add this to your list. But alumni sandwich as well, man. Incredible place.
Alumni sandwich is great, man. We took Matt Devlin there.
Yeah. Matt Devlin took us there because he paid for the bill.
Yo, and then we didn't even talk about Matt Devlin pulled the classic Asian move of like, I'm gonna pretend to use the bathroom. Just kidding.
Dropped his card down.
Yeah, and then he like talked to the the server. And by the way, super pro move because if it was me, because I tried to do that before him, because we were inviting Matt to our show, so I went to I fake used the bathroom first to go talk to the waitress, but they weren't there. So I was like, I can't just be in the back for that long. So I came back to the table, and then Matt's like, "Oh, I'm gonna use the washroom," and then he went, secured the bill. But the thing is, if I had talked to her, I would have just paid the bill. You guys would have found out together. Like,
true. Pro move.
But
by Dev.
that's a pro move. But like the expert move, what Matt did was like, these guys are not paying, I'm paying.
Yeah.
And then he waited, and then he said, "Hey, do you guys want to get dessert?" Guess what? It's all taken care of. I was like, "Yo, Matt Devlin, man.
Devlin's a don, man.
You're smoked too tough."
Damn, man. Yo, sit tight, man. Once we get through this self-glazing session, we'll play you one clip. You might get it with sound too, man.
That's insane.
So that's really the takeaways, man. From Scrimmage, from Calgary. Like, we got some listener questions or what?
Let's go. The first one. Big fan, fellas. Great to meet you, Will. Been watching since the running back days. Much love from Regina. Yo, did people come from Regina?
Yo, much love, man. Is that a far trek, you think?
Where do you think Regina is?
That's in Saskatchewan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it the capital of Saskatchewan?
No, that's Saskatoon.
Ooh, this guy's a social studies
Yo, Magnum. I want none of it.
Yo.
You don't want none of it, guys.
Okay. What's the capital of?
PI. Newfoundland? I don't know, man. Alaska. Anyways, man, no, shouts to all the listeners, man. Some homie was like, "Yo, that's Will Lou," and then they're like, "Yo, that's the other guy." All right, what's next, man?
It's a province, bro.
Get
territory.
Get the
Yeah, okay. But shouts to people, man. They're honestly
manage these listener questions.
Did Scotty get injured?
No, Scotty's fine. He hurt his thumb a little bit, went to the bench, and he was back out scrimmaging in the second half. Darko said no issues after the game.
We'll see, obviously, if he actually plays on Monday. But
I think he'll be fine. He was back out on the court in the second
game.
half.
I didn't get a chance to see him, but it didn't look like there was anything wrong.
Yeah, he was fine.
So
yeah, he should be fine.
But it is concerning though, because he was dealing with
yes,
the issue
he's had this thumb situation.
CMB guarding Jokic will be interesting. Yeah, you think the hype is big now off of an imaginary game?
Yeah, wait till
he sees the court. With
wait
Jokic.
till you guys see it on a broadcast.
Yeah. I mean, like I mentioned, like one of the first impressions I got of Pascal Siakam was he was starting the game against Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
and he blocked Kevin Durant at the basket. And this was KD, by the way, making his debut with the Warriors.
Yeah,
so it was like a big deal. And everyone was watching, and I was like, "Yo, this guy Pascal blocked Kevin Durant."
Yeah,
like,
man. Now look at Pascal, man.
Yeah.
Life.
Did Walter have a lead role with the third unit? I would say so.
Sure. Yeah. He was our go-to guy type, you know.
Yeah.
Calling him Walter makes him feel so old.
Walter.
Hey, how's Walter today?
Interview with Jacoby Walter coming on the Hello and Welcome. Look for it next week.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to the Hello and Welcome YouTube, man.
Come on. What else we got to do to get you subscribed? What else we got to do to get you to like the stream?
Yeah, man.
We got to show you that clip again? What does it look like Scotty worked on the offseason? To be honest, I based on this performance, I cannot say.
Well, Scotty was asked about it too earlier this week, and he just talked about how he just wanted to work on everything. He didn't really give us a specific answer.
Right. Someone said, was the game 48 minutes? No, it was 3/4 of 10 minutes.
Yep.
They didn't even announce that. They were just like, hey,
So-
by the way, there's the fourth quarter. I'm like, it's the third quarter. You can't just tell me it's the fourth
So
quarter.
I think what happened
Get
was,
outta here.
so I think because the gym closes at 10 here in University of Calgary, I think because they started a little bit late, that if four quarters would have been pushing it.
Yeah.
So
How was RJ's defense? I mean, I don't know, man. Guys, it's also an open practice. So if I got to tell you, RJ and Emmanuel were playing in full-on pants.
yeah, yeah. Which Joseph Gacharo was upset about.
Because Don doesn't wear shorts.
Don doesn't wear pants, I guess. No, but come on, man. It's like, I saw RJ,
It is open practice,
get back
guys.
cut a couple times, but no, we I don't think it's fair to be. I don't think it's fair to be doing this to RJ.
It wasn't a standout. Why do we have to nitpick RJ, man? Imagine
Yeah.
we treated our other players the way we treat RJ,
Yeah,
man. It's not fair.
Raptors PR has been treated us well all week. We've been bought. Leave RJ alone. Yeah.
You know what? That's
That's
kind
it?
of that. I mean,
Oh, y'all want a clip?
you want a
You
clip?
guys want a little clip?
Jerome, hit the clip.
Yo, Grady Dick with sound. No? Anybody?
This guy teed it up and didn't even have it. No, too much. Kick it out. Oh, it's the full clip. Oh, yeah. Elijah Martin stuck in the corner. Oh, Grady, no way. Oh, okay. Yeah, come on, give it to Brandon. Brandon want it. Give it to Brandon. Give it to him. Oh, Grady. Oh, Grady. Our work sucks,
Yeah.
bro. I started showing the mezzanine.
Just because the guys can actually hear themselves in this will, Grady takes a shot, and you're like, Grady, no. Oh!
He's screaming for his life, man.
Hey, man, I
Screaming
was
for
having a
his
great
life.
time, man. Honestly, I was, even reflecting on it today, I was like, you know what? This morning, we woke up. I mean, I'm here with my friends, obviously, Jerome and Alex. We're going to meet up with a couple more friends. We're going to go drive to Banff, which is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Alex is going to sleep the whole car ride up and sleep the whole car ride
Hey,
home.
apologize for snoring a little bit there on the way
God,
back.
bro, this guy was no, seriously, but no, it was just like such a beautiful day, and then I'm like, yeah, of course we're gonna come back, and I've been journaling a lot more recently.
Nice,
and
yeah.
I'm trying to like
Yeah,
think about,
you've been telling me that.
I've been really intentional. I'm trying to think about like what I'm grateful for and stuff. And
For sure, man.
One of the things I'm like, dude, you know how excited I would be like if you told me 10 years ago that I'm going to an open practice and we get to cover them and get to ask some questions to the players after the game. Like,
Yeah, I
to
mean,
release
ask
them. I was
Jerome.
like,
You
dude,
weren't
I was
in
super hyped, man.
you weren't in the media room. I think you stepped away in the first half, and I just told him, I'm like, yo, man, what a privilege to be able to do this.
Wow, you really were bought, man.
Yeah.
You were. Wow. I know. I mean that. I know you. Oh my God.
Yo, listen,
but this
man.
was
Y'all
really
gotta
cool,
give
man.
Keith Pelly some time, man.
Yo, nah, we're not doing
Yo,
that.
Keith Pelly just started
We're not doing
season
that.
1 of Shakespeare, man. He's gonna get to modern times real
By
soon.
the way, Keith Pelly's go-to move is switching his glasses from the red to the blue. If
Have we?
if he's at a Leafs press conference, he got the blue, and if he's at the Raptors, he does the red. I'm crying.
Was Keith Pelly
this guy in his Zenny bag?
was Pelly in Cowtown this week? I don't think so.
I
Right?
didn't see him in Cowtown.
Yeah.
I didn't see him in Cowtown, but I saw Bobby Webster signing some autographs after
Okay.
the game. That was beautiful to see.
Nice.
Dapping up all
Thanks
the
for
assistant
not
coaches.
coming to my birthday, Bobby.
Oh, we did ask Bobby to come to Alex's birthday, but
Yeah, ducked out.
no response. Other people would have been willing though.
Yeah, this is a shot of us at Lake Louise today.
Ooh.
We formed our own little starting five. The three of us along with Joe Cash and Jay Lou from TSN.
It's a net rating of -15.
The countdown to Jay Lou's debut on Hello and Welcome is coming. Okay.
Ooh, we're teasing Jay Lou just like we teased the one clip with sound. Let's get to the 3 stars from tonight's game. I'm going to ignore the box scores. We saw them earlier, but we also saw kind of how inaccurate they can be sometimes. So, first star, I'm going to give that to Collin Murray-Boyles.
Yes,
Thought he was
sir.
really good both
Yeah.
ways. Was kind of eye-opening. I want to see how it works against other teams as well. But to me, it's starting to look a little bit kind of like how the last rookie I felt this way about was
Yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Because he has the size and the smarts.
Let's see. I mean, I'm optimistic too, but let's see it more in preseason. Let's see
By the
more
way,
of it.
To be clear, I don't think he's gonna be as good as Scotty as a rookie because Scotty was rookie of the year as a rookie.
Yeah.
But like that same idea
Yeah.
You know how it is. Sometimes like the front office guys are like, "Yo, man, this guy's like this, man. He's like this."
Yeah,
And you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, "Are you just trying to get me to say that to the audience?" So that,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
people
yeah.
can kinda, you know.
No, and
Yeah,
that's and I say it to the audience. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're very transparent.
Yeah.
I'm like honestly, I'm like I'm semi-transparent.
Yeah.
But like when I actually see it happen, I'm like, you know what? I do see the vision.
Sure. Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Collin was our first star. Second star, who you got?
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram, honestly.
Let's go with Brandon
for the
Ingram.
Who's and ahs, you know.
Yeah,
even
for
before
the
Moko
expectations, like, let's go with Brandon.
By the way, Brandon has like this is not the first time this is like year 10 for Brandon, but he's kind of got like a side spin when the jumper comes out of his hand and almost looks like when Fred shot the ball.
Yeah, you said that to me. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Third
nice
star.
eye, yeah.
Third star, I'm going to give that to Sandro
Mamukelashvili. Yeah. To Sandro. Mamukelashvili. Yeah. Mamu
Shvili.
Shvili. Yeah. He hella Shvili, man. Yeah, no, I can't make fun of people's names,
he was,
man.
honestly, Sandro was hooping, man. I mean, Sandro's been
Sandro
he's
is
a really
great.
cool dude behind the scenes too, man. We
love Sandro.
Ran into Sandro a couple of times.
No, we love Sandro. I think there's great personalities on this team. I mean, vibes are always up around this time,
Right.
so we'll see. Gotta win.
Gerald Henderson Award, even though it's just Raptors versus Raptors.
Oh yeah, how do you do that then?
I'm gonna give Gerald Henderson to a guy we haven't talked about yet, but Chucky Hepburn, man. I thought his defense was great.
Okay, you know his agent or something?
I do. Actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
What's up, Sean?
Okay. Okay, Chucky Hepburn is our.
Hey, but Chucky
Gerald
actually did great,
Henderson.
man. Chucky did not play well in summer league. Let's be real honest, but I think he looked comfortable here today. I thought he did a really good job pressuring the ball.
Yeah.
I thought he actually outplayed both Jamal and Elijah, who are the other backups.
Yeah.
Shouts to Chucky, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Shouts to Chucky, man.
Big shouts to the University of Calgary once again for hosting us. Lance, we will hopefully see you later on tonight. Hopefully we'll see some of our fans as well. We are going to wrap up here, and we're going to head over and just have one last really good night in Calgary. As Alex has been very fond of saying, man, this city has a way of putting you on your ass.
Yeah, Calgary. I walked in here this week saying Calgary was the Cleveland of Canada. I walk out of here saying that Calgary is the Las Vegas of Canada. Yeah.
Only the way you live it.
Every Vice is available on 17th. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, man, 17th, buddy. We'll maybe see you tomorrow, but today we'll be in Chinatown. So thanks, everyone, for listening. This has been the Hello Welcome podcast. And, hit like, hit subscribe, and look forward to all of our content. Thank you, guys.